Hi there, it's David Young, the Resourceful Coach, and what we're going to talk about today is simply drawing your driver. And in my mind, this is the club that should be the easiest club in your bag to draw. So why don't we do it? It's the shot that everybody loves. I'd love to hit a draw. That'll give me a little bit more distance off the tee. It looks so good. Everybody will be going, wow, that's amazing. We're going to show you it should be the easiest club to do it. So let's look at the two shots that we tend to get. The slice and the draw. Okay, now the slice, I mean, we don't even hit fades. People tend to slice the golf ball. And what we've put here on the tee here, we've just put a stick going through the ball, which is the target line. So what is a slice? Well, a slice is a golf swing where you are swinging the golf club, what we call outside the line. So let's just explain what we mean by that. This side of the line is outside the line, where you're standing, this side is inside the line. And a slice is created when a swing goes outside the line. It feels now that you're going to swing left of target. You should hit the ball over there. So what do? You open the club face up, and that now starts to create a left to right spin. Because the swing is going left, we then point the club face right, and that creates the spin. And because we do it excessively, that's what causes the slice. That's why it spins away a lot, and you're losing a tremendous amount of power. A draw, even a fade, is a good shot because it's a subtle movement. That's what we're looking to achieve as we go through it. So that's the bad shot. Let's forget that. We're not here to work on bad shots. We're here to understand how do we make good swings and good shots. Now let's go back to what we said. We've got this inside and outside line. And I'm standing inside the line. And my golf club is there. Okay? And if I can make a swing, just simply to start with, where I feel, let me just put that back on the tee, that I'm just letting the club swing naturally around my setup position, you will see my golf club on the backswing will never go outside the line. So this is my backswing. As I swing back, my arms swing back, the body turns. Look how it's coming inside the line. Perfect. Get to the top here. Now, as I come back down, if I let my arms come back down, I should come back down on that line. And now you can see my golf club is inside that line. If I hit it correctly, I'm going to go through the ball, and if the swing is correct this side, I'll come back inside. So if I keep everything in balance to my setup, there is no point where my golf swing should ever go outside the line. Okay, on the downswing. That's the important thing. So we're promoting the idea, the downswing being the club is coming into the ball this way. Okay, the more I am on that inside line, the momentum on my golf club can now hit either firstly down the line I want to go as I go through, or if I exaggerate it a little bit, I'm doing this by my body angles, I can hit out that way, okay? And now I'm hitting out. We've put two sticks here. We've put one on the target line, a red one, and we've put a blue one here. And what it should feel like, even if I'm just making what I'd call the neutral swing, that sort of in to square to in swing, which would hit a straight ball, as I'm arriving back to the ball, I'm coming back on that inside line. If I sense anything, I should be swinging more in my mind mentally towards the blue stick. Okay? And here's the really good news. This is what I say to all my golfers. When you start that downswing, however you do it, the golf swing is naturally going to start turning left. Okay? It's not going to keep going right. Even when you're in here, as your body turns, relative to my body, that club face is starting and my body is starting to turn the club left. So if I get to the top and I start to turn left straight away, look where I am, big problems. So when you watch the top players, and I'm not going to put myself in that category, but the most common thing people say about my game is I've got a very short backswing. And they say, how do you generate that much power? Okay, so what I do in my swing, I have a very subtle change of direction. I was taught to draw the ball as a junior golfer. So my change of direction is when I get here, I don't want to go this way. I actually feel as if I'm dropping this way, and it creates lag. It creates the feeling of being on that inside line. And I know the swing is always going to come round. So as much as I feel like I'm going to hit out to that blue stick, I'll never get there. Unless I physically start running down the range or down the golf hole, I'm never going to get there. And that's what you see with the top players. You watch somebody like Rory McIlroy, probably the greatest driver of a golf ball there's ever been in the game. And when you watch him hit that ball, everything is committing to hitting out that way. Okay? Everything is going to rotate. Now, I would say 90% of golfers, when you make your backswing, the club face is just rotating with you. You're not closing it, you're not opening it. Yet, as we get back to that ball, we try to manipulate it a little bit too much. So the first part I want you to really trust is this idea that if you are swinging from this slight inside line and you let the club go, it's not going to keep going right. And if you do get that club rotating through, guess what that's going to promote? A draw. Because if your swing does feel like it's going slightly right, and now you've got that club face rotating, it's going to be slightly close to the path. And what's that going to promote? A right to left shape. So now we're actually seeing the shape that you're after. So we're all concerned that when we get in here, we think that's going to cause the slice. No, that's going to cause what we call a block. That's a ball that goes straight right. I don't see many golfers doing that when they hit the ball. I see the golfer who gets in here, trusts it, and starts to then rotate, and he's the guy hitting the draw. That's the feeling that we want as we go through. Now, that's the first thing. You've got to commit to realize you've got to let it go out to the right, and you've also got to understand that that club face is going to turn and your swing is going to naturally turn, because that's what you're doing in the golf swing. Remember what we said, you get to here, you start to come down, you don't just stop there, your club and you are going to turn through, it will keep turning. You will be getting on line with where you want to go. Now, the second thing that's going to help you to draw the ball, we're just going to turn this way, is your ball position, okay? Because I get these golfers who said they're on that inside line, there's the fear of going right. Now, if the ball position was back here, yes, that would happen. But we put the ball just inside your left heel. So what's actually happening to the swing? The more we're in here and we trust that rotation, it's going to square itself back up as we get into the ball. So another reason you're going to have success. Third thing, tee height. Tee it up. The more you tee the ball up, the more you feel you're going up that way, the more you'll draw the ball. The more you're hitting down, you're going to slice it. We go back to our angle back here. If I feel I'm swinging more this way, up, look where this club's going. Out to the right. So tee it up high. Okay, I'm going to tee it up higher than that in a second. If I tee it down, it feels like I've got to get to the bottom of the ball. But if you tee it up nice and high, all right, get the feeling there. How high can we go? That's as high as I can go. Let's get rid of that. Is now the feeling from there. It feels like, yeah, if I come down, I'm going to sky the ball. So what I want to do is trust the fact that if that's teed up there, again, I'm going to come back to this angle. I know we're moving around a little bit today, but we'll break this all down at the end. If I've got the ball there, I grip with my left hand, and now my right hand goes under. Look what's happening to my shoulders. What's that going to promote? An upward strike. If I hit an upward strike, again, should work. Now, here's the biggest reason you should draw the ball with your driver. It's the club you stand the furthest away from the ball. So the shaft angle as you address the ball is at its shallowest. The shallower the swing, the more it's coming from back here, the more you're going to feel like you are going to hit from that inside line. If you make the club shorter, I mean, I haven't got a wedge in my hand. If I've got a wedge in my hand there, I'm going to be more up and down the line. So they're the clubs we should, in theory, hit probably straighter. The shallower it is, the more likely you are to hit a drawing shot. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so let's break that down now. Let's give ourselves a chance. So, number one, tee it up high. Number two, get that ball on the inside of your heel. To then create three, the right hand going underneath, so it feels now like the shoulders are tilted. Number four, it's the shallowest golf club. It's the one you're standing the furthest away. It's the biggest reason you should draw the ball. If you let it come back on its line, you get the result. And remember, as much as we're encouraging you to hit out to the right, the swing is going to come round. You are going to start to hit the ball out to the right, but that's good, because if you then close the face, there's your draw. There's the result that we want. Okay, so let's see how that works. So what I'm going to do now mentally in my swing, we've got our sticks. We've got the red stick exactly where I want to go. I want to feel I'm going to hit it between these two sticks. That's where I'd like to feel like the swing's going to go. So I'm just going to rehearse that mentally. And how I'm going to do that, I'm just going to feel like my swing is going out that way. Look how I'm hitting out that way. Okay, now I might get one of two results here. Okay, I may block it straight right, or I might hit a perfect draw. Let's see what happens. So we're imagining hitting that way. Let's see what we get. Okay, well, that's a lovely draw right round the corner here on the 5th hole. Exactly what I was setting out to do to get the desired result that I wanted as I went through. Okay, we're going to add one extra little bit here. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to be, yep, there's actually the T mark there. Perfect. And we talked about this in a previous video, and it's what I call the Bryson DeChambeau setup. You must set up, knowing that you're going to hit up on the ball. If you set your club up in the middle and then you lift it and hit up, you'll hit out the heel of the club. So just set up slightly out the toe. And if you want to check you're going to be in the right position, just lift the club up. And if the middle of the club now is in the middle of the ball, you're perfect. And if you watch Bryson, he does it every time he hits a driver. Okay, so now the mental picture. So high tee height, really high tee, that's good. Ball position, tilt the shoulders. Remember, all of these things, because I'm standing further away, should promote the shallower swing. It's the longest club. It's the reason you should be able to draw it the easiest. Hit it out that way. Feel like you're hitting out, in my mind, to the blue stick, which is about 15 inches right of the red stick. I hit a lovely draw there, really committed to that idea. Let's see if we can do it again. There's the toe position. Hit out towards the blue stick. We've got it going round the corner again. Can't remember the last time I hit 2 drives round that corner as well as that. So it's all about getting the understanding. This is the shallowest swing. You do not want to be getting to the top and think, I've got to hit it. That's going to promote a lot of power going down into the ground. We want the power to be going up through the ball. Tee it up. Okay, if you tee it up, it's going to make such a difference to your shots. So tee the ball up. Get that feeling then, ball position, just inside your left heel, your left hand grip, right hand grip, look how it creates that tilt. But remember, it's the shallowest swing, so keep it there. Keep it there as long as you can. And then from that position, let it go. Feel like you can let it go out to right. The swing's automatically going to come round. Look, as much as I feel like I'm going to hit out that way, where's my club going? As it comes through, it's not going out to the blue stick. Look, it's inside the red stick. It's going to find its way back round. It's just basically your setup. Your arms are not going to grow. You're not going to suddenly jump off the ball and lose your balance from your position there. So if you trust that idea, watch McIlroy hit those drives. He really lets that club go, but he knows it's not going to go any further than the natural arc of the swing that he's created in his setup. And if he trusts it, he's going to have a lot of success. You'll have a lot of fun with this. Please go to the practice ground. If you've got an area where you can put a couple of sticks out, put them down. Take a little bit of time, okay? Put the first stick down on line with where you want to go. Build everything around that. The second stick, put it out here, around about, as I said, it's about a foot, 30, 40 centimeters to the right, and just have that mental picture that you're allowed to swing out that way, knowing full well you won't actually get out that way. The swing will come round. And if the swing's coming round from that shallow position, you will start to hit drawing shots, and you will achieve that result you want. You'll add 30, 40 yards to your drives. So much fun when you get it right. I hope you've enjoyed that video today. If you have, please subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon.